Okay, so I'm going to take the exact same steps as I did here with this completing the square with a general equation. If I want to write down a general equation for a quadratic, I can do in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Okay, where a, b, and c are three different numbers, and they could be positive or they could be negative. You can see in this case, a would be 2, b would be 5, and c would be minus 11. Okay, and we're going to show you right down to here the same general solution, and that gives us the quadratic formula. Okay, which, as I said, you're given on your formula sheets. Okay, so what was the first thing we did? Well, you can see here, first thing we did was to turn it into a mnemonic by dividing through by the thing in front of the x squared. Okay, so we get x squared plus b over a, x plus c over a is equal to 0. Okay, so I divided each of the bits by 2. Here I divided each of them by a, and that leaves us with an x squared here. What's the next step? Well, the next step is I take this number here, the coefficient of x, and divide it by 2. If I divide it by 2, well, remember when you divide a fraction by 2, it's the same as putting an extra 2 on the bottom like this. Okay, I could have written this as, 5 over 2. And look, when I take it and divide it by 2, I get 5 over 4. So b over a divided by 2 is the same as b over 2a. Okay, if you're not sure, still, we could do b over a divided by 2 is the same as b over a times by a half, which is b over 2a. Okay, and what did I do here? Well, I just took away the excess. When I multiply this out, I get an excess of this thing squared. So I'm going to take away this thing squared, which gives me b squared over 4a squared. I'm going to bring this thing down, so I get plus c over a is equal to 0. Okay, so I get this thing squared is the top squared, which is b squared, over the bottom squared, which is 2a times 2a, which is 4a squared. Right, I'm going to take this over to the other side before I simplify it. So I get x plus b over 2a squared is equal to b squared over 4a squared minus c over a. Okay, now at this point, some of you are thinking this is a lot of algebra, okay, but you should be able to follow step by step, and that's what you need to do with some complicated algebra like this. Just follow step by step, make sure you are following the steps. And when you're doing a complicated bit of algebra like this, and that is all you want to do, is you want to be able to make sure that you are taking it step by step and all of the things are making logical sense and you're not losing any pieces. Okay? And you can see from the numbers that's exactly the same as what I've done here, except obviously I've simplified it on this side first before taking over. I am now going to simplify the right hand side. Okay, so I get x plus b over 2a squared is equal to, now, this stays as b squared, but I want to make this over 4a squared. So how do I make this into a 4a squared and this into a 4a squared? That one I can leave alone. So this one I'm going to times by what? To get a 4a squared on the bottom. Anyone?
$16.
Nope. I want to get a 4a squared on the bottom. I start with a, so what do I need to multiply by? Thank you, Josh. Not quite for him, you forgot the a, because I want to make an a squared. Okay, so I'm going to times by 4a over 4a. If I times by 4a, I get 4a squared, don't I? Okay, so what gets left on the top is a minus 4ac here. Okay? And some of you who are actually already familiar with the quadratic equation will start to recognize what's going on here. Okay. Right, so let's continue. So now what I want to do, what I did here, I've got this statement here. I square rooted both sides. And don't forget that when we square root, we need to remember the plus or minus. So I get x plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 4a squared. Okay. This next step, I'm going to do two things at once. The first thing is really easy. I'm just going to take away b over 2a from both sides. Okay, that's the same as what I did here. I took away 5 and 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to simplify the bottom here, because what I've got actually is the root of b squared minus 4ac on the top. And that's going to be divided by, well, the square root of 4a squared. We saw that something squared is 4a squared. So when I square root it, I just get 2a. Okay? And then finally, I'm just going to simplify it by putting it together into one bracket, one statement here. And that is the quadratic equation. So, or quadratic formula. This is the formula for working out the solutions of anything of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So, let me give you an example of the way we're going to use that. Not right now, but we are going to use it in a future lesson. Let's say I got 3x squared minus 11x minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay? So the first thing I would do is check whether we can factorize it. Okay? There's no way that any multiples of 3 and any multiples of minus 1 are going to give you 11 in the middle. So there's no way that I'm going to be able to factorize that. Because if you can factorize it very, very simply, then you can solve it, solve this. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into this formula here. So what I've got to work out what my A, B, and my C are. So I've got my A is equal to 3, my B is equal to 11, and my C, sorry, minus 11, C equals to minus 1. Be very careful of the signs. Now I'm going to rewrite this out. In fact, no, I'm going to just put the numbers in. So x equals minus b, which is minus of minus 11, which is plus 11, plus or minus the root of minus 11 squared. Now you have to be careful here, because if you put minus 11 squared into your calculator, you can tell me what happens if I put minus 11 squared into my calculator. What do I get? Seriously, Fame? Oh, no, not. No, you don't get an error. If I put minus 11 squared into my calculator, in fact, who's got their calculator on them? Put minus 11 squared into my calculator. If you put minus 11 squared into your calculator like that, you will get minus 121, okay? But that is not what b squared is. Why is that not helpful? Anyone? Why is that not what b squared is? Why does it need to be positive, Alex? You're right, but why does it need to be positive? Good. Because what you're actually doing here with b squared is you're squaring the minus 11, which gives you a plus 121. So be very, very careful when you put this into your calculator. If you put minus 11 squared into your calculator, you'll get minus 121, which is not what is going on here. We are squaring the b. So what we get is a positive 121 minus 4 times 3 times minus 1, that's 4ac, 4ac, minus 4 times a, 3 times the minus 1 here, divided by 2a, which is 6 on the bottom here. 2a, 2 times a is 6. Okay, so we get 11 plus or minus, right, this is 4 times 3, 12, times minus 1, it gives us plus 12. Okay, so this is 121. 12.
Can you slow down? You talk too fast.
Okay, Jordan, where are you stuck?
I'm not stuck. It's just I'm difficulty hearing you. I can't copy all the notes down. Like, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're going a bit fast.
Okay, I will slow down. And also, don't worry about taking notes too much. This is just showing you the derivation of it. This is just showing you an example of it. I have recorded this so that you will have a copy of this. And also, you can also take a screenshot so you can have a look at later. Okay? Say when you're ready to carry on. Okay, so this is the same as 121 plus 12 here. Remember that you got 4 times 3 is 12, minus times the minus gives you plus. So this gives you 133 here over 6. And that's it. That's all you have to do, because now we can bung this into a calculator. You can't simplify that any further. If at the sixth form level you're asked, to find an exact answer, that's your exact answer. And what I mean by that is that when we put it into decimal form, we have to round it. And 130, root of 133 is not a nice whole number, or nice round is a nice exact answer. So when we put this into our calculator, we're going to have to round it. So this is the exact, what's called an exact answer. Okay, and so let's work this out. 11 plus root 133 divided by 6. So this first one is 3.76. So it goes 3.755, and then I'm going to minus it. So this gives me minus 0.0888. This is 3 significant figures. Okay, and when you're checking this through, make sure that you know how to do this and round it properly. Do not lose silly marks for rounding. And let's switch off this recording.